Hello, my name is Kim Meyer, and Nikki asked me to share with you a little bit about what my morning routine is and a little bit of PD that is striking my soul right now. And so I just was so honored to be able to come to you in this video and share a little bit about what's been working in my business, what's been working for me and my team this year, and a little bit about my routine, because I think that consistency over time is definitely things that help you get to reach your goals. And I think my morning routine has been working for me. So a little bit about my morning routine. I'm up very early in the morning. My alarm goes off at 5, and between 5 and 5:30 is when I get in my personal development. I push play on a podcast. I stick my earbuds in, go to the bathroom, have that playing all at the same time, because time is a virtue at that moment. So listening to my podcast right away, usually quote of the day is something short and quick and in there. And then I sit down here at my desk with my lamp on and I get in my devotion. Try to get that done right away, get some time with God, get connected. And then after that, then I write my goals and affirmations in my journal. And I really just kind of repeated writing. A lot of the goals that you'll see on my pages every day are a lot of the same. But when you get to be crystal clear on the expectations and the goals that you want to achieve, that's when magical things happen. So every single day I write out some affirmations. I pray over the girls on my team. I write down my goals and what it is that I want to achieve, and that all goes in here. After that, it's about 5:30, 5:45. I've been sipping my go-go juice as we go, and energy's starting to flow. And then I head downstairs with my husband, and we work out. I get my post done. Right after that, come upstairs and get my kids ready to go. Now, I've been really fortunate this year to been able to leave my full-time school administration job and just do coaching full-time. So my morning is slightly different than it used to be. Now I get to spend the next hour really engaged with my kids, helping them get ready for school, helping them make sure that they're ready to go with a good breakfast and you have everything they need in the morning, and spend some quality time with them. And then I sit down after I drop them off from school. I come home and I really get to work. My morning time is the most precious time, and when I really just try to hammer in on my own business. Now, what I usually follow is the Diamond Daily tracker. And so I just go through here and make sure I get everything accomplished. So working my challenge group, have I posted in my challenge group? Hopefully, yes. I've done that right after my own workout, posted my sweaty selfie, responded back to people that have already posted in there. A team, posted my team page, going in and commenting on people's stuff in there. Today's Tuesday, happens to be when I'm recording this, so I did a tip Tuesday. Sometimes we do transformation Tuesday, but something in the team page every single day to be engaging people in there and giving them a reason to come there, really helping them support them. So today's was Tip Tuesday, and I encourage them to share any tip that they've been struggling with that they needed to find, or something that they'd share on their social media, or the niche of people that they're working with. It could be a recipe, it could be something fitness related, it could be something mom related, it could be something work related, whatever kind of tip, adding value to people. And anytime I really like to support my coaches and my team in helping them, add value. And really, posting things in the team page that they could also post elsewhere. When we can encourage them to practice the 4 vital behaviors in the team page, it's a lot easier for them to then take it out into the regular world, into social media land as well. So that was something we did today. Crafting my social media posts, getting them scheduled out, and then adding people to my network, both in Instagram and Facebook, and then inviting to the business as well, trying to get those things knocked out right away in the morning, and then working on other projects like this and doing a couple other things just to really kind of break up the day and keep things moving. The last one on the tracker is mentoring a downline coach or somebody, and that usually happens throughout my day. I've got several one-on-one meetings scheduled, or team calls, or things like that that are going. I'm always answering questions. I'm available to my coaches all the time. We have a message thread of kind of our builders, and so we try to keep our team page to be more of a challenge group, really working on some of the vital kinds of things, like we're being a product, we're getting sharing some things with our team, those kinds of things. But then on the third, other side of things, we have really people that want to build a business. And so we have a message thread that we have people in there. And so always encouraging, answering questions and doing stuff in that group as well. So that's kind of the Diamond Daily. And I really try to get all of those things done before 9 o'clock or 9:30 at the very latest, so that I have the rest of the day to kind of just get things done. I really want to be a product of, this part-time hustle, even though I'm home full-time. And so trying to repeat that tracker over and over again is just something that I have the luxury of doing, now that I'm home full time, but also just kind of showing that my coaches, you don't have to be home full time in order to get this business done in an hour at a time. So it's one of the reasons why I really try to push hard to get all of those things done at once, and really following up with people and those kinds of things. If you have the new Success Club system tracker, if you don't have it, I'll be happy to send it to Nickie to send it out to people. But this is the new tracker from corporate. And so I've been filling it out this week as well, really trying to make sure I'm hitting everything. And it is pretty awesome. It has the new 4 vital behaviors on it: being proof the product works, your shake and workout, connect, invite, and follow up, which on here it says takes an hour and 40 minutes, but I think it can take less than that if you really are working at it. But it also talks about your social media, posting, what kinds of things you're posting on your IG stories, responding to new likes, joining a challenge group, following up with people. Number 3 is get people results, which is what our business is all about: contributing to your challenge group, recognizing achievement. Number 4 is doing personal development. And so that's kind of where I want to kind of transition into my PD lately. I've been really loving the Global Leadership podcast. I've gone to the Global Leadership Summit multiple years now and absolutely love it. And you can go to the Global Leadership Summit podcast. And it's a little blue mountain. I probably can't see it on here, but you can go there and listen to this specific episode, or you can get the book, which I'm also going to reference several times as well. I listened to the podcast first and fell in love with Chris McChesney. I heard him a couple years ago at the summit, and his 4 disciplines of execution are amazing. And so then I decided, hey, I'm going to read the book too. So I have that on my Audible. I listen to it when I take my dog on walks. I never have a time where I'm not trying to fill my brain with something. Do have unplugged times, but like when I'm on the walk, it's a perfect time to just get that information and not waste that 30 minutes or whatever. So these 4 disciplines of execution with Chris McChesney and Stephen Covey and all these others, number 1 is narrow focus. Zero in. It's called focus on the wildly important. Okay, so zero in on one thing. The start line to the finish line is your deadline. If you achieve this one thing, it's going to impact everything else. So there's lots of stuff that we could be focusing on in the day. But what is the one thing that if you accomplish, that if you get this one thing done every single day, you're going to move yourself closer to your goal? So for me, my wildly focused thing is adding to my team. It's recruiting coaches. It's growing coaches within me. So it's always trying to add to my team and support the people that are with me. So, when I get wildly focused and on the wildly important, that one thing of growing my team, that's when I can really work on everything else. Everything else trickles into it when you get onto that one thing. The second thing in the 4 disciplines of the execution is act on the lead measures, which are those metrics that we act on that move the goal. So like calories in, calories out. Hours of study to increase grades, things we do influence and measure that has the impact on the outcome. So it would be how many people I'm inviting, how many people I'm mentoring, how many people I'm having follow-up conversations with, how many people I'm talking to through my social media, I'm engaging with and finding that are going to be positive people in my network. Not everybody, but like the people that are part of my niche and a part of my tribe that I want to have part of my team. The third one is keep a compelling scoreboard. So what you want to accomplish and how to measure it. Be able to see if they are winning or if they're losing. So when you think about a sports team, they don't have all the stats up on the scoreboard, right? They don't have, thinking about football, because I can see the football stadium from my house. Thinking about football, they don't have pass yards and interceptions and, tackles and all that stuff. None of that is on the board. The only thing that's on the board is the score and the time that's left, right? And so when you think about keeping a compelling scoreboard, keeping the things in front of you that absolutely matter. So for me, it'd be how many coaches have I recruited this month? How many invites have I sent out that have resulted in that? Really getting focused in on no one cares how many posts I've made on social media. Nobody cares how many conversations maybe I've even had. It's how many times have I asked the question, do you want to do what I do? And how many times have I been able to foster that conversation into actually getting points on the board or lives changed by helping people become a part of our team. And the fourth one is the weekly cadence of accountability, weekly commitments and move to the metrics to move the goal. So how often are you checking in on these things? How often are you really focusing in on the commitment that you've made to get to your thing, get to your end goal? Are you doing the things that you need to do? Are you checking in with someone regularly? I have a success partner. Her name's Addie that I check in with frequently. We usually on Sunday, Mondays, depending on what our weekends have looked like, are always getting connected and talking about our goals for this next week. I also work very closely with Julianne Candia. She mentors me in a lot of ways. We meet every single Monday and talk about what's working, what's not working, what do we need to change, and those kinds of things. A lot of mentoring type things. Always get connected with somebody. Get connected on team calls. Get connected with somebody and find somebody that you can hold yourself accountable to and that you know is going to push you to get you going to where you need to be. Not let you slough off and say, I know it's too hard right now, so it's okay. But really push you to get you to your goals, because that's true friendship, that's true mentorship, and that's someone that's really by your side in this business, is helping you get where you need to go without making excuses. So that's what my morning routine looks like. And that's a little bit of PD that's been working for me lately. Again, if you want to get that book, it's 4 Disciplines of Execution by Chris McChesney. And I've been listening to it for quite a while now, and it is very, very good. Let's see if I can get the light down a little bit so you can actually see what the cover looks like. 4 Disciplines of Execution, Chris McChesney and Stephen Covey. Light's kind of coming in on it now. But it's very good, and I highly recommend it. It's a great leadership book. It's a great way for you to narrow in on your team, and there's PDFs and things like, and PowerPoint actually online that you can use with your team. And I've really contemplated starting this process with my team here very soon. And there are several people that are starting to use the new tracking system. So is there something that we can do to have maybe a weekly Zoom that is literally just going around the table and saying what my stats are? How many invites have I done? How many of this? How many of that? Focusing on your wildly important goal. So that's something that I'm working on and that I'm doing. I hope you have a fabulous Monday and that you really get a lot out of this Super Monday, and that you've gotten something out of value from what I've had to share with you today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all later.